Oh, yeah. Good morning, everybody. This intro, I'm watching it and it's just me, 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 comedians I like, me, comedians I like, animals I like, me. To be fair, 90% of these images I didn't make. I don't think I made any of these. These were all provided by viewers, so I'm not going around screenshotting myself. Jesus Christ. I'll watch my content back for a whole day and capture all the good face I give. What's up, Negative Nation? Welcome to Negs Live. It is 10:03 a.m. 10:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the beautiful 10:03 a.m. now Eastern Standard Time here in the beautiful state of Indiana. It is pouring rain on this Wednesday, on this hump day. The temperature is about to drop 20 degrees in the next 4 hours and turn all of this into ice and snow. You said, well, you should keep quiet while the MC rap, but if you tired, then go take a nap. Man, don't tempt me. Don't threaten me with a good time. All I felt like I don't know how people feel about this, but like, and I'm gonna keep saying this because I can't express it. I slept good last night. I feel almost like all the stress that I falsely was wearing for the last year because of I have my responsibility in it, of course, was just because it's gone. It's gone, and I couldn't be happier. My upper body feels loose. I haven't felt loose in a year. So, amen. Hurricane Ava. How do you say that? I don't want to mess it up, Hurricane. Can you tell me how to pronounce it? I don't want to ruin her birthday by mispronouncing her name. Is it Fauve? Fauve? Falve? See, I am such a redneck from the mid. Fauve. Thank you, DC. Happy birthday, Fauve. You have a beautiful name. But I have to say, you Europeans throw me off when you start adding and taking away U's and O's and I's and whole islands and nationalities. I'm sorry. I did. Kanishk is from the great country of India, where if you try to sneak across the border, they string you across razor wire. And he's been begging me for. Has it been 2 years now that you've been begging me for a hate video? Yes, it's coming. It is. It's coming. She's dying over here. Thank you so much. Yeah, bless her heart. Kids are great. My kid tried so hard to get out of school today. My kid is so bad at manipulation and shit. I'm glad he is. I'm glad he's bad at manipulation. He'll never grow up to be a lying sack of shit. But he came up here to my my floor. It's not my room. It's my floor. This is mine, all mine. And I'm going to tell you what, this feels pretty damn good, too. This feels even better now. This feels pretty damn good after sleeping on a couch and sharing a one-bedroom apartment, which was like about 600 square feet, maybe, for 2 years. This feels pretty good. But he came up here and he's like, I bet your kids at home, telling their parents about the weather, and their parents are just like, yeah, you could just stay home today. And I was like, yeah, that's them though. You're going. Like, I live 1.5 miles away. I will be there before the ice even forms. If I see I got the temperature right here in the corner of my monitor. If I see it so much as even plummet below 30, I'm out. I'm going to go get him from school even before they even call me. I'm out. I'm going to go get him because it's going to freeze. So. French for wild animals. My name is Ronald Paul, and that is French for bread. No, actually, Ronald means strength. I'm not quite sure what Paul means. It's my grandfather's name. He was an awesome guy. He was an architect. He was an aviator. He served in the Korean War. He helped design and rebuild South Korea. My dad's dad went over there, and he went over there and killed people. It was a war. It happens. Rarely do you hear these stories from veterans, but he told me he thought he was dying. He didn't, but he thought he was, so he just kind of opened up to me. Yeah, my name, Ronald Paul, that's French for banana bread. What are you talking about? Dude, my grandpa was wild. He was a bit of a... Man, the war really fucked him up. He's been dead since 1998. He died of lung cancer. He wasn't that old. Was not that old. He may have been almost in his late 60s, I believe. But my mom's dad, I believe he died before he was even 50. I think 49. Yeah, I think he was 49. His mom was real young. She was only 21 or 22 when we lost Grandpa Paul. So, but anyway, moving on. I'm going to take a video next time we take this trip to Richmond, Indiana. There's a back road, and we passed the airport where he used to give aviator lessons, flying lessons to other people. I just think that's the coolest shit ever. I wish he was still around because I would probably be flying an airplane or helping design build. He also, there's the city, Richmond, Indiana. He also used to draw for their comics for their newspaper. I'll see if I can find some of his art to show you guys too. Good stuff. No, my father's alive. What you... Kanisk, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? I know you're a bit of an edgelord, but what does that even mean? Like, I am perplexed. Like, I mean, like, is he in an urn? Is he cremated? Is this weekend at Bernie's? Is this weekend at Polly's? He said sorry, bad joke. Well, I mean, it's not offensive, but it was a bad joke. You should apologize for just the writing of that joke. You could have done better. Do better. I mean, wait till he's dead at least. All right. Anyway, moving on. See, it's comedy, nuance. By the way, guys, I don't want you to think that nuance isn't lost on professional victims. However, it's not. Trust me. I know this. I do. I know this for a fact. I wrote a song, and nuance was thrown out the window. So, yeah. There are people you're waiting to be dead. I'm just kind of waiting on the meteor to come and smash it to the earth. And I mean, I don't know, man. None of this is real. You know that, right? This is all just like one big hallucination. That's it. That's a new word for you. I have gone full Ricky Trailer Park Boys because of this. Hallucination. Weekend at Ron's. Hey, everybody gets to have a weekend with Ron this year. Oh man, dude, I know here he goes about his dental extraction. I've never had. Now it has exceeded any other dental extraction I've had. They pinched a nerve, which made my tongue completely numb for about 9 days, which can happen. And boy, he really had to get in there, right? And well, during the process of my tongue being numb, I rubbed 3 raw spots on it. So now my tongue is not numb and it hurts. It's not completely numb, but it's hurt. You got it, Kanish. I do have a doomsday bunker. I do. Dude, what's with this music? This music like will put you to sleep, and then it like fades out, and it's like, yeah, it's over. Then it comes back on, puts you back to sleep. Good morning, Zestuart. That's Zestuart. How you doing? I got my property has a lot of possibilities. There's a 2-car garage out back, but I'm going to be sealing up one side of it with a wall. Basically, it has these big, huge, like 300-pound, 200-pound heavy doors on rollers, right? If this thing fell on you, you'd be, yeah, fuck life alert. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to save you. You didn't hear music? You can't hear the music? Well, I'm a big mouth, so it's no wonder you don't hear music. There we go. You hear that? Is it too low? Oh, no wonder it's loud to me. I got my headphones set on Helen. Ew, I don't like that. Beep, 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 beep. Ugh. Not today, Junior. There we go. "42 degrees. I'm watching it. 12 more degrees, and I'm going to get the kid. And there's already a big red exclamation point on it. It's like, warning, you're gonna die. Can we have a festival on the property? I don't have that much property. I don't think I live in a neighborhood. I mean, my neighbor's house is not close, but it's not like, I mean, he'd probably come over and join us. He's a nice guy. He just had cancer surgery too, like some kind of something on his stomach. I don't know. I helped him out of his truck when I moved in. He called me little guy. Fucking A, man. No, you don't know. He called me little buddy. That's what he called me. Yeah, is that what he called me? I know I told you guys we had a good laugh about it in the Discord server, but I did. I helped him out of his truck because he fucking open from stem to stern, and I can't believe they picked him up in a fucking monster truck. I was like, bless your heart. They put you in that monster truck? Oh my God. We live in a society. That's how I felt the last year. Fucking Walter Fleck or Feck or whatever the fuck his name was from the Joker. That was me. Or what was it? What was his name? Anyway, yeah, man. There's some terminology in professional wrestling that's called a work and a shoot. Okay, a work is like the storylines that they write. It's a work. A shoot is when it goes real life. Okay, but there's also, when you combine the words, you could work yourself into a shoot, and that's what I did for the last year. I worked myself into a shoot. Somebody else wrote a storyline. I considered it real, and it became a shoot. Isn't that crazy? I don't know, that my brain is, I probably need more medication, but it does this to me all the time. It's just like, hey, you should say this out loud. You should say this out loud. This sounds interesting. You live in a tower full of people? No, I couldn't do it. I do not. Look, man, I don't mind going to a concert. I'll go to a concert and be elbow to asshole with people all day long because I'm there for the art and I'm there for the experience. That's part of the experience, but I get to leave that. If that were my everyday existence, it's no wonder they're serial killers. They're like, there's too many people. Thin out their numbers. start issuing permits for the homeless. I'm kidding. Again, nuance. It's a bit. We do have a homeless issue here in my small town. There are a lot of, I don't know what you would call them. They're homes, but they're shelters for people who don't have a home. So they've really done a lot locally to try to take care of that. And also people who are trying to get the fuck off of dope. There's several places locally where people could go and be with other people who have like-minded goals. And you get drug tested like almost daily, you know, so you are controlled, but I believe there's just some people, especially, and I know what it's like. I've never been addicted to drugs. I really like drugs, but I've never really been physically dependent or that to that point. So, but I know that there have been times in my life where I've needed people to be like, "Hey," and smack something out of my hand or just get, smack me in the head, anything. So. You have a huge homeless problem where you live too. So I'm scratching my back on my oddly shaped chair. See, it's shaped like a. It's shaped like a YouTuber. No, it's not. YouTube. Somebody was trying to say yesterday that uploading my Twitch streams to YouTube is a violation of terms of service. So what do I do if 15 other YouTubers decide to re-upload my content from Twitch like they've been doing for the last year? Now I'm going to get yeeted for that, like I can control everybody? Stop just repeating things that you hear to try to fuck with people's heads, please. Because I hear this stuff, and I've already reached out. I told people, I'm like, man, people say the dumbest shit, and that's because they want you to tell me. I'm like, don't even waste your time. I'm like, you're not wasting my time because I like you, but they're wasting your time. That's what's upsetting me. I'm not worried about my time being wasted because that's all I do is this. I think Marcel had a good laugh. He was like, well, I guess the rumors about you being on here all day are true. I was like, yep. Yep. Well, I mean, here's the reality of it. I don't leave my house. I don't like to go anywhere. My kid is almost 14. He stays in his room most of the time, but we have meals together. We watch movies together. We watch videos together. It's not like we're void of interaction. I love my kid. But like he's at school right now. So it's just me and the dog. And it takes me 20 minutes to do dishes. I'm back on the internet. It takes me 5 minutes to go to the bottom floor, put laundry in, I'm back on the internet. I have a phone in my hand 24/7. Like I feel attacked. I really do. I feel attacked. I'm kidding. I don't care. I'm on the internet a lot. But here's the deal though. I have to clear one thing up. I don't have a Twitter. No, I take that back. I do have a Twitter. I'll show it to you. Actually, I do have a Twitter. That is a lie, but I'm going to clear up something for you, for a lot of people right now. I'm just want to... It is suspended. It is suspended. I am in read mode. Okay? So... And it is called at McFlacken. Okay? It is called at McFlacken. So, and the last time I posted on it was in October 2021. I was immediately banned, as these were my failed attempts at going on Twitter. So anyway, I can't post. I can only read. I use it to read the Marcel Becker Project. But I do have a getter, and that's Negs Live, and that's pretty much it. I don't have the time to go out and use fake accounts to try to like... As my kid's dentist, he had an appointment tomorrow, but we are getting boofed by Mother Nature. Nobody's gonna be open. Yeah, well, anyway, my point is I don't have time to go around and plant and say things under a fake name to make a point to anybody. I have multiple accounts and I will run through them in a chat to make my point to somebody until they're all blocked. But everybody knows it's me. My point is I'm not a troll. I'm a horrible troll. I'm a horrible liar. I'm a horrible saboteur. I'm horrible at espionage. I'm barely good at being me. So I know a lot of people are speculating if I'm on Twitter. I'm not running any ops. I just had somebody say that they ran an op on me for a year. I wasn't running any ops. So that's just not my MO, man. You can choose to believe me or not. Everybody really, I don't have a whole lot of credibility at the present time, so it is what it is. But understand, you can ask my Discord. I am in there really just acting like a tard most of the time. I am. We're in the Discord acting. We just in there acting a fool. Do we talk shit? Of course. Everybody talks shit in their Discord, so. Exactly, Kanishk. So, anyway. There's a couple things I want to watch. Moving into this live stream. We have an issue. I want to play you something from a source that I use, and it's just basically one big receipt. Justin Trudeau, man. Justin Trudeau, wow. I mean, this guy. How? This guy is just... What? Man, when I see a leader, I want to be afraid of them. I don't want them to intimidate me, but I want them to be a little... When Justin speaks, I'm like, yo, give me back my testosterone. Fucking A. Anyway, he got debunked. He's out here smearing this peaceful protest when he said nothing about American cities being razed to the ground. Let's hear it, Justin.
I have attended protests and rallies in the past when I agreed with the goals, when I supported the people expressing their concerns and their issues. Black Lives Matter is an excellent example of that. But I have also chosen to not go anywhere near protests that have expressed hateful rhetoric, violence towards fellow citizens, and a disrespect, not just of science, but of the frontline health workers and, quite frankly, the 90% of truckers who have been doing the right thing to keep Canadians safe, to put food on our 90%. Tables. Canadians know where I stand. This is a moment for responsible leaders to think carefully about where they stand and who they stand with.
They have been an incredible group of individuals who've kept this city safe.
Ottawa Police Chief.
A situation that could have become riotous. It could have led to significant and severe injuries, and it could have led to the loss of life. None of that has occurred over the last 4 days. Let me repeat. No injuries, no deaths, no riots in the last 4 days in the nation's capital, despite the fact that we have a global cause, national protest, tens of thousands of individuals from a wide variety of causes who have gathered to actively demonstrate 24 hours a day for the last 4 days. All of that coupled with thousands of heavy trucks, SUVs, and cars driving into the city and congregating in the core of this city, 24 hours a day for 4 days a week.
Canadians know where I stand. This is a moment for responsible leaders to think carefully about where they stand and who they stand with.
That's all. That is all you can do. That's all you can do now is laugh. You can't do anything more than laugh about this type of stuff. because it's insane. Now we got. I'm almost shift gears over to Whoopi Goldberg real quick. We are gonna have some lulls. All of this is lull worthy. Whoopi Goldberg really has been on that clack clack. Every show she does. This woman is. I'm telling you, she is anti people. She's got to be just anti everybody. I mean, like, I have a whole thing here. Her shit with Mel Gibson. I know he's not a racist. She defended Mel Gibson, right? Whatever. Mel Gibson, I don't know what his deal is. He's a drunken idiot and said some stupid shit. Like, I'm pretty sure he's repented by now or whatever. But, you know, that's a subjective. This is all a subjective thing for everybody to do with it what they will. I don't like Whoopi Goldberg because it's personal to me because she's anti-white. Hello. Whoopi. You asshole. She even defended men having the right to hit women. Now, okay, this one here I'm a little sketchy on because, like, if a woman does attack me, I mean, I'm going to defend myself, and I do agree with that. I don't think dudes should just be smacking their bitches up. But, you know, if you're a female and you attack me, then yes, I am going to defend myself, and that requires me to knock your block off. And I mean, then you brought that shit on yourself. Then we got the Bill Cosby incident where she said Bill Cosby was innocent. Don't come at me. This was a totally identity-related opinion on hers, very biased. And then eventually she said, I got to say all the information that's out there kind of points to guilt. These are just some of her transgressions. And with George Bush, she says, I love Bush, but somebody's giving Bush a bad name. And she gestured at her genitals and said she has a place where he belongs, but it's not in the White House, and gestured toward her muff. I don't care about that. Georgie Porgy, he butchered a lot of people in his reign of terror, and now Georgie Porgy, he's just a global elitist at this point, and he can't be. He's never. Come on. And then about Ted Danson using the N-word in a roast, where Montel Williams and his wife, who have biracial children, left, I believe. I believe that's the Ted Danson was making jokes about racially mixed kids, and Montel Williams, his wife, is white. So, yeah, like, Whoopi Goldberg really just doesn't like people. I understand she's a comedian, but that, you know, like, this was... So, where we're at now, dude, what happened to her? She looks like a lump. Like, what happened to Whoopi? What happened to Whoopi Goldberg, dude? Like, I'm not... just saying, huh? She said the Holocaust wasn't based on race, and we all know that is why it happened. Hitler was trying to create a master race. So her to even say that was like, come on, man. Like, there's one thing to be that if you want to get a little bit of controversy, you want to be controversial, fine. But this is compounded by the many anti-other insert culture, because that's where the point. That's the point we're at now with The View. It's I don't know how many viewers they get. It can't be a huge audience, but it is absolutely anti white propaganda most of the time. Really, if you want to go watch it, anti anybody that's not. I don't know, what do you even call this stuff anymore? Woke, it's liberalism. What do you call it? Leftism, communism, fascism. I mean, it's fucked. That's what I call it. So I want to take a look at this clip here. Whoopi Goldberg Holocaust remarks show insidious critical race theory. We don't have CRT here, and this is Indiana. I'm not going to teach critical race theory here. Okay, it's just never going to happen. It's people here would come unglued.
Where the West is tearing itself apart, absolutely tearing itself apart. Again, with China, noting this in its official newspapers with great glee quite often. Last night, I showed Oscar winner Whoopi Goldberg, host of The View, making a fool of herself by claiming the Nazis' genocide of the Jews wasn't racist because the killers and victims were all whites. Hey, the only racism is when it's non-whites that are being persecuted, and the only racists are whites. Now, she then apologised, Rowan, but amazingly went straight onto the Colbert Report to say exactly the same thing. Here she is.
This is what's interesting to me, because the Nazis lied. It wasn't. They had issues with ethnicity, not with race, because most of the Nazis were white people, and most of the people they were attacking were white people. So to me, I'm thinking, how can you say it's about race if you are fighting each other?
What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? Like, is this applicable to her to all the genocides that have happened across the planet? I mean, like, this is so nuts, dude.
So it all really began because I said, how will we explain to children what happened in Nazi Germany? I said, this wasn't racial. This was about white on white.
Rowan, Whoopi Goldberg has now been suspended by America's ABC for 2 weeks, so it puts me in a bit of a dilemma. Is this the cancel culture we say we hate, or is this something we should cheer?
No, she shouldn't be cancelled. Her stupidity, her moronic thoughts, her views, which typify the left. The left are essentially stupid. That's what the sorts of policies they pursue, critical race theory being a prime example. Allow her to voice her stupidity because it just shows the rest of the world how insidious critical race theory and the new racism of the left is, that they genuinely believe that Hitler was not a racist. That's how low they have sunk in Western thinking. Please let her stay on television so that we can see her stupidity in all its glorious color, I was going to say. That's not the word I meant.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. I'm not saying that she should be banned. They're just protecting their brand, America's ABC. I'm happy to see her make a fool of herself. Rowan Dean, thank you so much for your time.
Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? She said that not once, but twice, and then issued a written apology, and now is suspended. I disagree with her being allowed to continue to spew her rhetoric because there are still hundreds of thousands of people that listen to her, and they're mindless, and they will take this as fact. So no, I believe if you're going to go on platforms such as YouTube and Twitter and you're going to silence people because they want to have personal choice and freedom with their body, such as senators and congressmen, sitting presidents, then you should take somebody like this and make an example out of them. I don't think she should be canceled. Who's really canceled? She shouldn't be on The View. Suspended for 2 weeks. Oh wow, she just denied. She's just that's basically a Holocaust denial is what she's doing, right? Because she said they're fighting each other. Nobody was fighting. People were being marched at gunpoint to their demise. That's not fighting. People did fight back, but holy fuck. Do you have any idea how the Nazis swept across Europe because they were a finely tuned sadistic military machine? It's the only way they did it. How do you fight against that? So, I don't know. Whoopi Goldberg, expert of all things that aren't relative to her culture, I guess. Yeah, I'm not saying you should yeet her off the planet and starve her out. I'm not about that. But I think that if I have a job and I fuck up on that job, I should probably be fired. Because Disney is part owner in this shit, bro. This makes Disney look... I bet we are... Did Walt Disney have a little bit of a past, too? Anyway, we're going to move on. I just wanted to share that with you because Whoopi Goldberg's out of her mind. Dude, this convoy in Canada and in the northern United States, people are losing their minds. I watched Portland be seized, Seattle be seized, all these autonomous zones created. I watched innocent people's businesses burnt to the ground. And even the corporations that were burnt to the ground, people worked there. And people praised it and cheered it on and encouraged it. And then people peacefully gather. And you got people like Justin Trudeau and other individuals trying to toxify it and make it into something that it's not. That's the thing I'm really frustrated with is the outright deception of the mainstream media. Oh, really? That's crazy. Oh, yeah, because that's a thing. That's right, baby. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Holy shit, guys. We live in a circus. Well, that's your update for the day. So bad. So bad. Oh my God, so bad. The world's on fire. The world is just on fire. There we go. All right. We're going to get into some commercials here in a minute. Kanishka is an equal opportunity lover. Oh, man. Let the people do their damn job. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see here. I lived in Germany, went to Auschwitz when I was 12 on a school trip for history. It was horrific. Yeah, see, I mean, like, I have my own opinions on the issues of the Middle East, but, like, as far as that goes, like, who is anybody to have an opinion on that? Millions of people died in a horrible, they were oppressed, they were ripped from their businesses, they were ripped from their homes, they were ripped from their families, they were murdered, butchered, thrown into pits, burnt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, and like, I wouldn't have an opinion, like, fucking, Stalin. You know how many, what was it, the Ukrainians that he starved millions and millions and millions of? How can I have an opinion on that? What was that about? Was Stalin a saint? No, these people were butchers, man. That guy from, oh shit, what was his name? Pol Pot. All these, the guy from Africa. I'm trying to remember their names. I've read about all these guys, and I can't remember their names. Shit. Because Forrest Whitaker played him in a movie, right? Or was that a different guy? Yeah, there's no way you can make it not a bad thing, and that's what Whoopi Goldberg was doing. She's trying to be like, oh, it's just white people killing each other. Like, what the fuck? Idi Amin, thank you. It was ringing around in my head, but I didn't know if that was it. Idi Amin, yeah. This is wild, dude. Like, people are really, they're trying to set up. See, all people want to do is make their own choices for their own bodies. That's it. Their own choices for their own bodies. That is all people want to do. And that's why Trudeau's tripping, Biden's tripping, Whoopi's tripping. If it's not your skin color now, it's your vaccination status is getting out of control, man. I still stand by, like, until 2024, you know, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of traveling, you know, outside my state until this stuff settles down, because it's pretty fucked out there. It is. And call me paranoid, but I'm just trying to preserve my life, man. I'm not trying to die for any idiotic cause, because I don't think anybody knows what their cause is now. I just want to be able to make my own choices and live and let live, you know? That's all I want. I just want to be left alone, and I'll leave you alone, you leave me alone. Uganda, holy shit. Israel's the only country in the Middle East where Muslims have the right to vote. That should tell you everything you need to know right there. Look, I'm not anti-Israel. I'm not anti-anything. I'm anti-death and destruction. That's it. And the Middle East is messed up. It is. I'll never go. I have no desire to visit anywhere outside the United States as long as I live. I have no desire. When I was younger, it used to be Amsterdam just because weed was legal. Well, fuck, that's legal everywhere now, so I don't even gotta leave the country now. Problem solved. Oh, prostitution? I just go to Vegas. Well, yeah, Scott, yeah, Whoopi gets suspended, but Sharon Osbourne was yeeted. Meghan McCain was yeeted. And they haven't had a Jewish co-host in 6 years since Donald Trump was campaigning for president. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not saying it. I'm just throwing that out there. So do what you want. I'm saying hire the best person for the job, but you could watch that show until they don't have the best people for the job. What do they have on these people is what I want to know. What do they have on Whoopi Goldberg and that Joy, that Ginger Joy? What do they have on them that they could be like, bark, 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 just make them say whatever they want? It's crazy. It's wild, man. I guess I'm just not that afraid of dying. I'm like, say this. Nah, fuck off. Just kill me. Just kill me. I'd rather die than live in discomfort anyway. Just kill me. She bakes her famous lasagna. Is that what they call her hot box down there? Her famous lasagna? Joy is a clown. Yeah. Hey, remember the grand prize game? Speaking of clowns. Speaking of clowns, McHenry Cruiser. I didn't get to do this one yesterday. And this is, look, this isn't about drama. I'm disturbed by McHenry Cruiser, sort of, but I tolerate him because he's harmless. He lives in California. What's he gonna do to me? A flyover pooping? I don't even know what that means. But anyway, I just want to watch this video, and then we'll get into the commercials right after. That's why you're not a network executive. We did give you a hard time about all that stuff, didn't we? Yeah, I apologize for that. I've only ever been a YouTuber. My claim to fame is I helped produce a commercial for Riley Hospital, and I also helped produce a short film for a film festival. I believe those are my only two claims to fame. That's it. It's as close as I got to the entertainment industry. Holy shit.
Yo, what it is, homie? What it is, cuz? Yeah.
It's McHenry Cruiser Bad Boy. I just want to point that out for all you bad boy fans out there. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they check your hard drives?
Listen. So are any of y'all trying to shed those holiday pounds? Or any of y'all like me and splurge during Thanksgiving and Christmas and various holidays, Martin Luther King Day, Veterans Day? Like, I was looking for days in Canada. Like, okay, what else could I celebrate around the world? Let me look at the Australian calendar. Is there any days I could celebrate by eating copious amounts of food over there? Maybe.
I have to point out that my growing up, my aunt lived in a trailer park, and imagine that, me growing up in a trailer park. And she had a couch like this, and I remember my cousins as kids, like, they were pretty wild. Like, they were always running around, like, with dirt beards and in their underwear. It was crazy, but they were always sticky, too. There weren't that many years between us. We grew up together. I just wasn't comfortable in my underwear. I kept my clothes on and remained sticky. But the couch had this layer of sticky on it, like where my aunt tried to clean the motherfucker over and over and over and over and over again. Like, I could smell the sticky from this couch from 1984. It was wild.
Is there Boxing Day, something with the kangaroos? Like,
my aunt was a great lady, by the way.
Some jabs and uppercuts.
She just let kids be kids. She did.
I don't know what country it is, but yeah, I'll celebrate with a large pizza, massa. Yeah. So I gained weight. I'm up to 186.8 pounds.
You weigh more than me now. What? Yeah, what's up, McHenry Cruiser? Yeah, man, what the fuck now, boy, huh? Oh, I'm sorry, that was really corny. Ah, you're fatter than me now. You're fatter than me now. Remember when you called me fat for a year? Yeah, boy, I'm like 182.
Not good. Not good at all. I was staying away from the scale after I was
from 220
a couple of weeks
in a year. Thank you.
I was staying away from the scale, thinking to myself, well, I probably only gained maybe a pound or two tops.
You are looking a little portly. Now that you mention it, you are looking a little portly. It's nothing wrong with that, though. You look good with some meat on your bones, yeah?
Because I was still jogging, was still running, was still
Missy.
I'm on week 3 at Diamond Dallas Page DDP Yoga.
Yeah, buddy.
So I was thinking to myself, probably didn't put on too much weight. I step on the scale at the doctor's office, 192 pounds. That was fully clothed with a wallet and various trinkets in my pocket. So I empty those.
I'm 185 fully clothed. All right. So there you go. That's with my phone in my pocket,
now,
too.
first, that was in the nurse's station. He's taking my vitals. I go back to the doctor's office, and she asked me what my weight was because I had to go there to check
You got fat.
and my blood pressure and all that, and then come back. And she asked me, and I said, 192. And she got this contorted look on her face, like, oh my God, you rotund bastard. What weight did you put on? That's probably what was going on in her mind. I don't know. And I said, well, I had a bunch of stuff in my pockets, and so I had to reweigh myself. And it was only 2 pounds worth of stuff that I had in my pockets. 190 pounds fully clothed, but
damn, son.
The right way to weigh yourself is in the morning before you eat or drink anything.
And after you poop.
After you go to the restroom, take a deuce, drop a deuce, urinate, and fully naked. So you can't eat or drink anything. You got to go to the bathroom, get those fluids out, and then step on the scale.
Yeah, buddy.
First thing in the morning. That's your real weight. That's what it is.
Right. Look at that jacket, man.
And so, like I said, I did that today, 186. The last time I checked my weight,
Ooh, you know what this is right here? I recognize this. This is a Planters peanut dispenser. There's a little wooden slot right here. You put your peanuts in this. It goes right here. The peanuts all fall down in this motherfucker right here, and you pull that little slot out, and it gives you some nuts. I have a little one in my basement.
7.6 or something to that effect. So I've put on, goddamn, almost 10 pounds.
Fatty.
More than 10.
I've lost 30 since you bagged on me last.
10 pounds, because
too much Game of Thrones. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I probably lost 3 pounds over the last 3 weeks.
All right, we got, what is it, Hurricane Ava with a tier 1 sub over there to the She-Hulk muscles. That's right. Don't you forget it. Why didn't it go off?
Hey.
There we go.
That's pretty good.
Thank you for subscribing. There we go. All right. All hail, please. Pardon you, sir.
Yeah, so it's just disheartening to have that knowledge that all that hard work has been destroyed yet again by my overeating and binge eating. So.
Yeah. Sorry. Hey, you know what? McHenry Cruiser, I'm going to tell you what. I made a lot of significant changes in my life over the last few months, and it may attribute to my mental health improving. I started eating clean. I cut out nearly all processed food. I still drink Red Bull. I have coffee. I like sugar. Get off my back. But I don't, I occasionally I'll get fast food, but not as, I used to eat it daily. And I eat really well now, and I feel better. So, just cook. Just cook some food, man. Like, you don't have to cook for anybody else. As long as you season it to your liking and you eat cleaner, you're going to feel better, I believe. I wish I'd done it 20 years ago, but I was in my 20s, and I wanted to do drugs, bang chicks, and play music.
But that's okay. It's good that I have this knowledge. Now I'm going to get busy. I'm going to get to work. I'm going to accurately count all my calories. I'm only going to have 1,200 because that's the only way I can lose weight. If I only have 1,200, limit it to
1,200, shit, dude.
Keep up with the jogging.
No, you don't need to but you need to watch what you're eating too. Like, I'm not on a diet. I just don't eat like I used to.
The yoga. And I'm going to lose this weight.
I still lay in my bed and eat a bowl of cereal every now and then. I'm a stoner.
I'm going to shed these pounds, but the main thing
Ava
are made in the kitchen. That's what everybody says who's in the fitness world. So, yeah. So, definitely going to get strict on my diet.
Somebody's drinking Propel diet water. There's nothing funnier than diet water.
Whew, I'm the heavyweight champ. Where's my belt? Hold on.
Wonder how many hours he farts in that cushion every day.
I'm the heavyweight champion of fitness.
Oh,
That's
he's got a belt.
I'm the heavyweight champion of fitness.
You know, I've been doing this for 5 years pretty solid, and I have yet to get a championship belt.
I've done this.
But I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Once in a year and a half.
I am playing hide and seek.
In my early 20s, I did copious amounts.
Okay, no, hang on. What's this right here? Is this a glove or is this a condom? I bet it's a glove. Surely it's not a condom.
Anabolic steroids. Became rotund and obese because nutritionally I did not know what I was doing. I just thought, to get big muscular, I got to eat a bunch of food. And no,
I don't want an orange
one.
one.
You're supposed to do. You're supposed to eat like 500 over maintenance calories, and that's it. And of good, wholesome foods. And I did not do that. I gained, like I said.
Is that the ladies' championship belt? It's the intergender championship belt.
I lost it in the course of a year and a half. So I know what I'm doing weight loss wise. I know exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna lose this weight like I always do, and this time I don't got that bastard
nitwit order.
My fucking roommate who always wanted to go out to Denny's or buy me coffee and various.
The one that abused you. He did. He verbally abused him.
So I'm not gonna get
crazy.
Fat again.
Yeah, right. All right.
Bottom line.
Sure.
Boom.
Boom. Damn. You crack me up, dude. You always cracked me up. I was a big Hussey fan until I wasn't. You and Hussey used to crack me up. You crack me up still, though. You know, I mean, I know you all on that, but we ain't too worried about that. I would protect yourself, though, not let yourself be used, because you know people use you and make you look really fucking stupid. I don't want to see that. People take advantage of your mental illness. Don't let them do that. All right, we're going to press on. We have got some commercials. Yeah, let me close some of these tabs. We got some commercials from 1988, volume 367 from Dave's Archives. I admire Dave's hustle. He charges people on Patreon to put together archives of old commercials. I mean, he has to edit it. Sure, yeah, I get it. And he does hundreds of them. Sure, yeah, it's cool. All right, so we're going to use Dave's Archives for our entertainment. Let's roll. Do it to it, Dave.
A big shout out to Tony Great of RetroDays.com, our founder Patreon member. Be sure to check out his website at RetroDays.com.
Sorry, I'm making an adjustment here.
Now at the Warehouse, you can rent the hit movie you want when you want it. It's the Warehouse Movie Rental Guarantee. This week, the Warehouse guarantees
Movie Warehouse.
You can rent the spectacular
Do you guys remember
Willow when
Movie
you
Warehouse?
Want it. If we don't have your copy, we'll give you a coupon for a free rental at Willow.
Wow.
Only the Warehouse offers this exclusive movie rental guarantee.
I bet they regretted that. Oh, we don't have the movie. We'll give you a free rental. So then, they'd have 100 copies, rent out all 100, and then 100 people come in to get it, and they have to give them all a free rental. Congratulations.
So if you want to rent Willow, it'll be at the Warehouse. Guaranteed.
Willow.
Where? The Warehouse.
I've seen that movie once.
Life has just become a little easier.
Hey, folks, it's 7:02 a.m. and...
Me too, Rowan.
Life has just become a little safer.
Our last brick and mortar video shop just closed. Family Video. It was downtown here, and it was an institution. I mean, we had all kinds of mom and pops places up till then, but when it came to town, it was sad to see it go because I knew the manager at work there for 15 years. You know, it was sad.
Life has just become a little lazier. Life has just become the clapper.
Clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off, the clapper.
The clapper.
Any of y'all have
Let
one of those?
You turn things on or off from anywhere in the room.
We didn't.
Just plug in the clapper and a television, lamp, stereo.
You know that Alexa is basically a clapper. Because I have Alexa connected to my light here in the Batcave. Watch, Alexa, turn off the Batcave light. Okay. Thank you. But she won't speak back. The one downstairs will say, "You're very welcome." It's a clapper. I don't want to turn my light on. I just, hey, Alexa, turn on the Batcave light. Okay. There you go. It's a clapper.
Almost anything you want to clap.
I came from the household of get your ass up and do it. That's the household I came from.
On and off.
Clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off, the clapper.
Give it a big hand.
What if she's like oh, it like fractures her wrist. Poor old lady.
The clapper is now available.
She'd be like 185 years old now.
Walgreens, Woolworth stores.
A string to the
Participating
switch.
Ace, True Value, Service Star Hardware stores.
Yeah.
Makes a great gift.
Things out there.
Yeah, buddy.
There's a mind that can reason. Something out of control. But it's insane.
Was it diarrhea?
Was murdered at the high school?
To destroy it.
Oh, it was Corey. It was one of the
They've got to
Corys.
catch it. And one boy
I get them mixed up all the
has become
time.
The bait.
As long as he's
That's
with
Haim,
the
right?
dog, his life is
Feldman's still alive. Haim is the one we lost.
And I say we make a stand right here, right now.
From the best-selling novel by Dean R. Koontz. Corey Haim. Watchers, rated R.
Koontz, what an unfortunate last name.
Starts tomorrow at theaters everywhere.
Jerome's Furniture and Pinery Tree Farms have
He looks like a Jerome.
a special Christmas offer. Right now at Jerome's, buy the Stay Better Entertainment Center for only $99 and receive a Pinery gift certificate for a free Christmas tree. Buy this curio or recliner for only $199 and receive a Christmas tree gift certificate. In
Wow.
fact, with
Wow, I'm going to get a free rental and a Christmas tree tonight. This is gonna be
any
great.
purchase from Jerome's, you receive a Pinery gift certificate free. And from all the people at Jerome's, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, yeah, buddy.
We'll be right back after these messages.
I'm sure we will be.
This episode of Retro Commercials has been sponsored by
What's up, Skeeter?
Dave's Archives.
I'm just checking out the CDs here.
Hey, retro lovers, Dave here. I'd like to invite
What's up, all new
of you
watchers?
to pop
Good
on
to see
over
ya.
to my new Patreon account at patreon.com/Dave's Archives to help
Dave, I'm going to let this play because I use your content. So if anybody wants to go support the guy that feeds us content, there you go.
support and grow my channel. This would be a wonderful way for all of my loyal followers and new followers to show your support for a couple bucks. And most importantly, to help the channel grow. And with that said, stay retro, my friends.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, it's... And they call him
Touch your nose. I dare you.
Yo, is that a kink? I don't know much about Ray
Stores
Stevens.
Labels for Less presents Reebok footwear for all reasons. For the men on your list, the Club Fitness only $19.98. The Princes for the ladies just $24.98.
Wow.
Get the high-quality BB 4600 basketball shoe for on or off the
This
court.
would be like $110 now.
$39.98. The MLT Phase 1 tennis shoe priced at just $34.98.
$70.
Give Reebok shoes for
Double
the
the price
holidays.
on all of them,
Reebok
basically.
is at Cal Stores Labels for Less, with 8 locations to serve you.
8 locations.
Let's wrap.
Jesus.
Wrap things up early.
Oh, God. The cringiest part about the 80s was the whole... I remember, and my grandmother lived in the middle of nowhere. It was a neighborhood in the middle of nowhere. That's what made it wild. And I remember, what was I, 10? 9, 10? We had a book on break dancing. And I tried this shit out in the backyard and, like, you know... Just couldn't do it. We can't do it on shag carpeting, first and foremost. Not real easy to break dance on concrete or in a cornfield or in a bumpy yard full of dog poop. So
This weekend during Music Mart's gigantic holiday sale, keyboards, guitars,
wasn't really
drums,
full of dog
everything
poop, but you know what I
stored right up to 60% off. This Yamaha electric guitar was $700 now, $189.95. This KMND amplifier, Bon Jovi's Choice, only $149.
Bon Jovi Choice, no less.
$269. Pearl 5-piece drum set, $399. Easy
Pearl
financing,
drum
no
set, that's a
money
good
down.
price
Remember,
for
we're
now.
San Diego's Yamaha and Casio headquarters.
Hundreds of musical gifts at up to 60% off this week only at Music Mart. That's a wrap.
It's coming this weekend.
Music Mart. He's like, can we cut that out? I wasn't supposed to say it like that.
Spectacular sale at the 2 great home furnishing centers. It's so spectacular, both centers will be closed
Crypt
this Saturday
Bangs.
morning to mark down every single price at all 19 unique
New
furniture
Balance.
stores. Then
Can't do
Saturday
it.
at 1 p.m., the doors swing
I don't
open
wear
for
shoes that often
spectacular
anyway.
savings. 15 to 50% off on $35
shoeless
million
most of the
in
day.
better quality furniture. No payments for 6 months. Sale starts Saturday
I wear
1 p.m.
socks,
at both
though.
home furnishing centers.
I have
Kearney Mason.
I have a pair of shoes in my kitchen that I wear when I'm in the kitchen or when I go to the basement. I just want to keep that type of traffic and that type of whatever there. I take the shoes off before I go into my carpeted area. I have a pair of shoes that I wear when I go outside. I take those off when I come in. I take them off on the linoleum in front of the front door. And I set them to the side when I come in. And nobody, it bugs me because there's people that know I don't want shoes in my house, and they'll come in with them anyway. And I'm like 2 rules: take your shoes off and stay out of the kitchen when I'm cooking.
This is San Marcos.
That's all I ask.
My legs are worth $1 million to me. I'm a model, and I can't afford to have razor nicks, cuts, or scratches.
It's not much to ask, right? I'm not like John Cena. Go look at the rules John Cena has for his house. Phew. Freaking baby Hitler.
So I use Epilady.
Never really liked John Cena anyway.
Silky for weeks.
It's gross to wear shoes in your house, I think. I don't know. To each their own.
Epilady removes hair from the root.
I mean, if you got a pair of slippers, that's one thing. But to like wear your outside shoes in on your carpet.
Epilady. Available at stores everywhere.
What were them shorts? I don't know. Let's go back.
So I use Epilady. Cuts or legs are worth $1 million to me. I'm a model, and I can't afford to have razor nicks, cuts, or scratches.
Yo.
So I use Epilady.
True story. I told you guys about my Section 8 housing when in the early 80s when we had very humble beginnings. Well, anyway, we had friends that lived there too, and one of the ladies there had an Epilady, and she had this boyfriend who was hairy like Grizzly Adams. And I just remember my parents laughing about this and telling this story. Apparently, she took it and just launched it into his chest hair. Do you know? You guys know what you know what an Epilady does? Yeah, it just rips the. Yeah. Anyway.
Epilady. It keeps my legs smooth and silky for weeks. The secret is Epilady's revolving coil. Just circle, and Epilady removes hair from the root. So if you want your legs to look like $1 million, use Epilady.
Yikes.
Epilady. Available at stores everywhere.
Who came up with that? I got a great idea. A machine that rips the hair out by the root. That won't cause any problems.
Now's the time to buy a used car, and Kearney Mesa Toyota is the place to buy it. Hi, friends. What better place to buy a quality used car than the #1 dealer in San Diego? Look at these beauties. Clean. Dependable. A full selection of top values. We've got new cars, we've got used cars. We've got values at Kearney Mesa Toyota, home of the happy owners.
Yeah, buddy.
Stay tuned for the most amazing travel bargain ever offered.
I
Hotel
doubt
Express
that. How does anyone even know that?
Can save 50% at over 2,000 leading hotels and resorts throughout the U.S., Canada, and Mexico with no restrictions. Hotel Express members will save 50% for a one-night stay, or as long as you'd like, whenever you'd like. Your family membership is for 365 days a year. Hotel Express members get special discounts on car rentals from Alamo and Avis. Plus, save 50% on over 2,000 luxury.
I don't know about you, but I would change my company name if it sounded like anus.
Condominiums worldwide, but that's not all. Save 50% on over 1,000 different cruise packages, up to 45% on international air travel, 5% rebates on domestic flights. Call now to join, only $39.95. We'll include a $250 gift check absolutely free. Most memberships pay for themselves the first time they're used. Act now during this limited time offer, and you receive a gift certificate for a free internet business leather luggage,
free internet, man.
Value with your order. These savings are just too good to miss.
They're like, hey, give us $40, we'll send you all this crap.
Call 1-800-544-3456. Have your Visa or MasterCard ready. Call 1-800-544-3456.
All right, then. K-Swiss.
They made their wildest desires come true.
It's a wonderful fantasy of mine to be with 2 men.
Just because we play with olive oil and pour it over each other and become fairly sensual does not mean that we have to have sex. There has to be anything that has to be on a negative side.
And we're thinking in terms of spirituality. We're thinking in terms of sensuality. We're thinking in terms of romance, of love.
Living out your sexual fantasies on the next Geraldo.
Why did they zoom in on his mouth when he said that?
Romance,
stop it.
Of love.
Watch.
Living out your sexual fantasies on the next Geraldo.
Nothing turns me on more than Geraldo's bottom row of teeth.
Your job sometimes make you blue?
No. The whole phone number is a prefix. Wow.
Call the fun party line 976.
It's on area. No, it's on area code. My bad. Oh, wait a minute. My bad. It's different.
976-0690.
$2, 3 minutes.
They got many guys and ladies just waiting
Hey, there you go, Kanishk.
to talk to you. So at work or play, don't worry. Be happy. Call 976-0690.
If you suffer from any of these medical problems,
Oh, what's edema? I don't have edema or poor circulation, but I do have lower back pain, and I do have common everyday aches and pains. Would you call that being symptoms of being a human being, maybe? That's probably what that is.
contoured chair with optional heat and massage may help.
Hey, evolution took the spear out of my hand to put me in this chair, so fucking ain't my fault.
I'm Art Linkletter, and I'm concerned about these health problems. That's why I want to mail you this free contour chair catalog. You see,
why are you concerned about my health problems? Yeah?
The contour chairs are
I remember these, though.
orthopedically designed to provide the kind of firm support you need
I
to
never
help
knew
reduce
anybody that had
pressure
one.
on your legs, thighs, hips, and back. And to raise your legs above your heart, all you have to do is press this
I
button.
can't remember.
If you're concerned about your
Hey,
health, get free facts by mail about Contour. Find out about the marvelous relaxation that comes from the proper positioning of your body. Let me mail you this free Contour chair catalog, filled with details on the health benefits Contour chairs provide.
It does look
Call
comfortable,
me to get
don't
this
it?
important free information by mail now.
Well, if anybody ever says, "Hey, you want a contour chair?" I'm like setting the basement up to be kind of like, I'm gonna have at least one bedroom down there and like a workroom and then like a man cave. I'll just get one of those,
Call 1-800-421-4900.
Free health
That's
details.
1-800-421-4900. Toll free. Call 1-800.
Was I talking about the molestache?
1-421-4900.
$700 bill. Yeah.
In leading nail salons, the French manicure is a most requested fashion by women of means. Who else but Lee could make the French manicure beautiful, easy to apply, and so affordable? Introducing Lee Press-On Nails, the French manicure. Wear them as you do costume jewelry. They're as easy to put on and take off as regular Lee Press-On nails with 4
Writes
extra
down
nails,
phone number.
24 in all for a perfect fit. In Parisian pink, Saint-Tropez tan, Lee Press-On Nails, the French manicure.
Wow. My mom always had real nails. And I do believe there was a point where she even gave up on that because of her job. It just, it was an inconvenience.
Learn from the best about billiards, a game of skill and
Women of
strategy,
means.
a game of staking out
Poor
and
heifers.
spiking out. And now, 16 of the world's top male and female billiard players
Stop
shared
it.
their styles and secrets in the most comprehensive instructional videotape ever available. Learn from the best.
I bet my
Let's
uncle
face
had
it,
that. He's
the
a
more
hell of
secrets you
a...
know, the more
What do
fun
you call
can
people who
have.
are good at pool?
Take the next step in
Pool shark?
improving your game. Gain
Whatever.
the insight you need to sharpen your skills at any level.
He got me started. My uncles always got me into whatever they were into, but I was always interested. My uncles were like my big brothers because there weren't, I think my youngest uncle, there was like 8 years between us, and the second was like 10, and the next was 12. So everything they did was super cool. They played baseball. I wanted to play baseball. Oh, they played baseball with me. They took me out over here when we finally got out of the Section 8 housing. I actually bought a house. See, humble beginnings, baby. And they would take me out in the side yard over here. It's how long these yards are. And they would throw the ball at me as they would each other. They didn't do it to be mean. They wanted me to be good. And it worked. I mean, like, I remember the first time my uncle threw the ball, and it was like, yes, and I was like, woo! Like, my hand felt like somebody took an iron and went, it's crazy. But you do that after a while, and you just become really good at throwing a ball and catching a ball. Couldn't bat worth a shit, but I could do all that.
And go from there in recreation and competition. Jimmy Mattia introduces you to the players, and each of them instructs you in the finer points of the game in their own unique ways.
I got to tell another story. My uncle was a varsity baseball pitcher, and they were warming up before a game, and somehow the ball smacked him in the bridge of his nose. Shit. This was before, I don't know if it was sectional. It was a game that was, like, important, whatever. Anyway, I have the article somewhere. And he had to go get treated, and he came back and pitched the game, and they won. So, there you go. No bullshit. No bullshit. I'll find the article. I'll just have to omit some information, but I'll find it.
From the fundamentals, selecting the cue and table, to making the breaks, banks, and angles. From intermediate level practice routines and strategy to the...
I think back, I'm like, is there anything cool I've done like that? I'm like, no. See, my uncles were fucking cool, man. They did cool shit.
Winning shot. These pros
like
show
pitch
it all.
baseball games
Since
with a
there's
broken
always
nose.
more than one way to make a shot. Get the inside line
This
from
is in the
more than one
80s. They
player.
wouldn't do that now.
Learn from
People are
the best about
snowflakes.
billiards from the players who have mastered the game. National and world champions, together at one time, whose winning ways can make all the difference in your game. You can learn to play pool from the best.
Yeah.
Jimmy Mattia.
Who?
Nick Varner.
Who?
Glory John Jones.
Who?
Belinda Bearden.
Who?
Wade Crane.
Who?
Jimmy Fusco.
Who?
Danny DiLiberto.
Who?
Robin Bell.
Is this the Mafia?
Ava Mattia. Jim Rempe. Larry Hubbard. Kim Davenport. Danny Medina. Mike Siegel. Jim
They're
Reed,
still naming them.
and Louis Roberts.
I'm already overwhelmed. You know, this type of commercial is not. You need to give me one person that teaches me one thing. That's it. Maybe that's what the whole tape is. It's each person teaches you something.
To order your video of Learn from the Best, call 1-800-832-0800.
Nice, bud, babe.
1-800-832-0800. Or send $24.95 plus $3 shipping and handling to Learn from the Best. P.O. Box 5413, New York, New York, 10185. Visa, MasterCard,
Yeah, right.
and American
It's all the
Express
Aquanet
accepted.
and
Order now. Call
White Rain hairspray is what it is.
1-800-832-0800. That's 1-800-832-0800.
Okay. New York, New York. So I have two different families, obviously, mother and father. And my mom's side of the family was very demure, military, career-oriented, family-oriented. And my dad's side of the family was a little different than that. I got some stories for y'all later.
This used car was not bought here.
I don't mind telling tales about people who have passed away because they're dead and they've been dead for 20 years. So what I'm saying, it's not out of disrespect. It's just interesting to tell the stories now after you've already went through the process of the pain, the hurt, the grief, and you look back. You're able to. These are like my memories, and they're not negative memories. They're fond memories. They're just. Some of them are just of, an illegal type. Never hurt anybody. Just drugs, people like catching shit on fire, that type of stuff.
A transmission could cost $1,000, an engine $1,500, and you were told the car was dependable. Why get stuck with the dirty end of the stick or the bill?
I hate it when I get stuck with the dirty end of the stick.
McCune protects every used car with a 5,000-mile, 100% powertrain warranty. That way we both have peace of mind and can sleep at night. Honest. McCune Chrysler Plymouth, National City Mile of Cars.
Here, I got a story since people are jumping onto the negs. Told a story that I have a problem with now, but was perfectly fine with at the time. I believe I was 16. Parents are going through a divorce. I basically was raising myself. I mean, my mom provided me with a house. With an apartment, again, 1-bedroom apartment. I had the bedroom. Sound familiar? It's because that's how my mom raised me, was to sacrifice for your children. And I remember I was sitting at home. I was on I'd been expelled from school for a semester because just some fuck shit. It was ridiculous. I don't want to get into all that. I have a video about it. Anyway, my friends show up and they're like, "Come on, let's go," and I'm like. I knew when they did that, I was like, no, what? I'm sorry, what's going on? And they're like, and this person's deceased. This is why I'm telling this story. This has already been resolved. They're like, we stole a car. Let's go. And I was like, I ain't going anywhere with you in a stolen car. Are you fucking kidding me? I was like, matter of fact, get out of here. I lived in a big apartment building, and the parking lot was far away from my entrance, but I was like, y'all need to get the fuck out of here. So what do? And this is all just word of mouth, what they told me. I have no eyewitness accounts of this for myself. They took it and drove it into the woods. And fucked it all up. And then they ditched it and they left. Well, I think it was a month later they all got the wise idea to go back. And they had their guns. They had their guns because it's Indiana. We had guns. And the truck was still there. So they shot it up. And then they went back another month and shot it up. And then they went back after another month and shot it up. I think they said they put hundreds of rounds into this vehicle. It might still be there. I don't know. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where they took it. I just know most of the players are either in prison or dead, and I wanted no part of it. I stayed my ass home. I'm like, I've already been expelled from school. Okay? I've already been expelled from school, so I'm not trying to go to jail next. That's redneck shit, right? That's what happens when teens in Indiana get bored. Yeah. I'd say at least we weren't out doing drugs, but you know, that was my choice. I'd rather smoke pot and watch old Nirvana videos than go out in a stolen car. I was not adventurous. You have so many questions. I have so many answers. I do. Police want to ask me about it. They're still out there trying to solve the cold case of the stolen S10 in 1993. These are fucking unsolved murders. We got people missing from this town. People are missing. We don't know where they are. They don't care about no fucking S10. I'd be like, oh, you want to ask him? Well, we sprinkled him over there. You can go talk to the earth. You can ask him about it. How about that? Yeah, I'm already expelled from school. I'm smoking weed. I'm not supposed to be doing that. My mom don't want me to do it, and I'm not supposed to do it according to the law. And you guys get a stolen car in my parking lot. It was a bit much for me. It was just a little bit much for me. I never cow tip because that's cruel. I never shouldn't hurt animals, man. You should treat animals with respect. Now I know I eat meat, and I don't know how they're butchered, nor do I want to see it. I've seen the inside of a slaughterhouse, a video anyway. But if an animal's just chilling, you just don't walk up and abuse it because one day it might be your food. That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. I'll run cats off my property because I don't want them pissing, marking their territory, and my dog will go after them. They need to know they're not welcome here, but I'm not cruel about it. I'll stomp my foot and, you know, and hiss at them. Nothing I can do for the cats, man. Like, why are all these cats everywhere anyway? Get your fucking cats. This isn't a zoo. It's a petting zoo around here. I got chickens over here, cats running around, rabbits in the bushes around my house. Something's living in the walls. It was active last night. You know, I mean... Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I'm not about that. People who harm animals you should not even... Somebody that can harm an animal, I don't want around me. Somebody that can, like, tell you they've harmed an animal and not be remorseful about it. Yeah, they can stay the fuck away from me. I love my animal, my dog. She's like my kid. Yeah. Was it a small town? I grew up in a small town, and it was fucked. It was fucked. We were on, I mean, but you know, the 90s was a different time. We were on all of that fuck shit constantly. Weed, I mean, like, if other drugs came around, we were into that. We were, you know, speeding, drinking, driving. All of that. I mean, fortunately for our souls, nobody ever got hurt. Seriously. There was never an accident. I mean, people like broke a finger, you know, got cut, acting like a jackass, or got in a fight. But nobody was ever harmed because of our idiotic actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit. Well, I got the internet eventually in the late 90s, and it kept me busy until I, you know, started getting a female pregnant and having a family. Doing the Boaz bark. Oh, shit. Dude, what's the temperature? I gotta check. I'm trying to monitor this because I mean, I'm gonna. Okay, it's still 42. We might be good till he gets out of school. Cause I ain't playing. If they're, I mean, surely they're not gonna do it now because I pick him up at. I leave here at 2, so we should be good. I just want to get his ass home. I got groceries, got milk, got water, got meat, and I don't know why people trip. All I did was buy groceries that I would use for the next week anyway. But people trip and act like they're going to be snowed in for a month. I'm like, nah, you'll be all right. Oh, Jesus, Bud, babe. Our school wasn't that bad. we had issues, though. Our school was very much, there was very much a caste system. And it wasn't always divided by wealth, but it was a caste system. The kids who had wealth they pulled up together, but I hung out with everybody, I guess, except for the rich kids and the athletes. Everybody else, I was more into the misfits and everything. But in our clique, you always got like stragglers from the different cliques. It'd be like the rich kid would come over and be like, hey, can I hang with you guys this weekend? And learn that we were a lot more fun than everybody else and end up hanging out with us all the time. And it wasn't about them having money or anything. They just wanted to have a better time than they were with their stuffy friends. I was also you guys think this what about negs thing is a new thing? No. Growing up, I was the whipping boy. I was the bad example. I was the guy who was not allowed to come over. And I was, because this is why I found out later in life why, is because my friends were getting busted with joints, getting busted drinking, and they were blaming me, and I had nothing to do with it. And that's not me bullshitting you. They just made me their scapegoat, because what the fuck could I do about it? So then their parents, watch out for that Corbin boy. I hated it. But then there were this also separated those motherfuckers from the people who actually liked me and knew I wasn't a problem. You know, they didn't believe the bullshit because they were around me enough to know. Neg's fault. It's been my fault since 1990. Since 1990. They always blame someone else. They do. I always took the heat. Like, I remember I had some really good weed in an envelope, and again, person's dead, so I can tell this story. My friend, his mom sat on city council. He and I would smoke weed together quite regularly, mind you. And I had this weed in an envelope with her name and her address from her city council seat and all that, you know, with the... And my mom found it. And she was upset, as a mother would be. And I took the heat. I was like, do not. I was like, if you tell his mom, I was like, I leveled with her. I was like, do you understand what these guys are going to do to me? I was like, if I may not get my ass whooped, but they won't let me back in. They will not let me around. I was like, you can send me to live with my dad. If you feel you need to send me to rehab, because this is way before kids were banging dope and having kids at 15 every day. So, you know, I was like, you do whatever you got to do. But I was like, if you tell on him, I will pay the price. He will pay the price, but I will pay even more of a price than I am already from you. She didn't tell. She calmed down. It was really good weed, too. Whew. Damn. She smelled it. That's how she found it. She walked by my dresser because it was by the bathroom. Because we shared a one-bedroom apartment. And it was just emanating from the dresser. Yeah, buddy, you ain't telling on my friends. Fuck that shit. Snitches get stitches. I wasn't welcomed into the clique that I was, because it was a group of misfits. I wasn't welcome into that clique because it was because of my character, because I had fucking lived and died on the hill that we all did. So that was just important, especially when you're poor, your parents going through a divorce, you know, got no car. Sometimes you got nowhere to go. I did. I had a home always. Mom always gave me a place to go, but I chose to I was still alone. I didn't want to be alone. That was my thing. She was working. She had to do what she had to do. So, didn't have any brothers. I had a stepbrother and stepsister, but they were still young adults at that time, and they couldn't do nothing for me. They didn't have an apartment or a house or fucking income to speak of, really. And they were going through the same bullshit. So, I am a rascal. I'll tell you the story why I got expelled, why I was at home when my friend stole the car. There was this girl, her name is, we'll just call her Candy. It's pretty close to her name, but we'll just call her Candy. Candy's boyfriend had been feeding her Xanax for quite some time, and Candy overdosed on Xanax. She didn't die, obviously. But Candy was in the hospital in the emergency room, had to have her stomach pumped because of her boyfriend giving her these Xanax. So Candy was a friend of mine. I didn't know about this Xanax incident. So one day, oddly enough, it was weird. Candy comes to my classroom and pulls me out of class and asked me if I could get anything. I knew the jargon. I was young. What was I, 16? Yeah, 16. Can you get anything? And I'm like, one, young, impressionable young man. She was pretty, and I liked her, and she was my friend. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you know anything to mellow me out? And I was like, my gears started turning. I didn't know where to get illicit substances. I mean, at that time, I could barely get weed, you know? And I wasn't going to bring that shit to school. And I was like, yeah, I got something. I remembered my parents had melatonin at home that they obtained legally from an herb shop down the road here. So, being the good friend that I am, I threw 6 of these in a bag. I believe it was 6. And I took them to school the next day, and we met in the courtyard, and she's like, I was like, well, I got these for you. I was like, they're melatonin. I told her what they were. And she's like, what do you want for them? I really didn't want anything for them, but, you know, fuck, I was hungry, growing boy. I wanted some pizza or a milkshake at school. So I was like, you know, give me $3. So she gives me the $3, and about an hour later, I get called down to the principal's office. This is odd. And I walk in, and, well, there's the counselor and the head principal. They had set this up because she said that I was the guy who was giving her the Xanax. And they set this up without the permission of the DEA, the local law enforcement, or anybody. They just did this on their own. They gave her marked bills to give to me. Yeah, this happened to me. Well, and they tried to coerce a confession out of me. They cornered me without my parents, all this stuff. And I was like, I didn't give her anything, you know. I was like, I was straight with them. I was like, what I gave her isn't it illegal? Right? It wasn't illegal. I just told them, melatonin. They called the police. The police come in and nearly shit a brick, and they look at them and they go, you're going to be lucky if they don't sue you. Because what you've done is not only illegal, but you violated his civil rights. I mean, they basically just told him, you're going to be lucky if you don't get in trouble now from this. You know what those motherfuckers did anyway? They said, well, you're not allowed to give somebody a Tylenol here at school. We have to expel you. My mom's going through a divorce. We're broke. We can't pay an attorney to sue the school corporation, so I had to take it on the chin. No bullshit. What about Negs? Nobody's a bigger victim than Negs. Shit like that has happened to me my whole life. Up to present time with this, the greasy carny situation. Yeah, constantly. Oh yeah, and what the woman who helped set me up, the counselor, she's got a successful business that her sons run. They've had decades of prosperity and good times, and Don't think I don't notice people's wealth, people that fucked me over. I don't stalk people, but when you live in a small town, it's in your face. It's on billboards on the side of the road. It's in the buildings they build, the trucks that they have that service people's homes. Yeah, there's businesses I don't frequent or I will not do business with locally because of how they behaved when we were younger. I've carried that shit into my adult life. I'm not gonna give people that were less than stellar in society my money. Fuck you. I don't care if you were a kid or not. Let's talk it out. Let's go behind your building over here. The principal who was a part of it, I believe he's dead. He was an alcoholic then. He was fucking old then anyway, so he was like almost 70, so he's dead. I know the other woman, she was not that old then. She was only in her late 30s, so she's probably still alive. But I mean, like, what do you do? You know, it couldn't have been worse timing. Family life's falling apart. The school sets me up. I wasn't a drug dealer, trust me. I wish I were. I could have got the things that I wanted. I worked at McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, wherever I could, wherever I could hustle some money up. That's what I'm saying, Missy, right? Like, I'm almost 45, and I feel like I have held in there pretty well with my looks. So, I posted a picture of a guy earlier. It's like 42, and I still got it. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, this guy look old as oh my God, life has beat you up, son. Oh, Lord. Yeah, high school running gay ops on me. This cracks me up. Ew, gross. I mean, like, dude, and he was like still wearing like the Fred Durst outfit from. I mean, dude, what is it with these backward ball cap wearing motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? I can't seriously wear my ball cap backwards. Have I? Yes. But was it because I like Fred Durst? No, I had a friend, big baby Huey ass motherfucker. He was into Fred Durst, and he had the backward ball cap and the fucking Jinkos, whatever, man. All that horse shit. And I always was like, and he was a juggalo too. Whoop, whoop. I was like, dude, this shit is corny as fuck. Like, this is corny as fuck, man. Like, I've always just kind of been just casual. Like, I'm the guy that shows up in jeans and a white t-shirt. And I got a stain on it on the way over. Whatever. Flat bill hats. Oh, God. Imagine wearing a flat. Imagine keeping the sticker on it. Imagine keeping the shiny sticker on it like a flex. It blinds my victims. Sorry. So while I was over there checking out the Marcel Project's Twitter, I happened to be recommended a whole bunch of Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn Reed posts, and I was dying. So hopefully my batting average improves from this point forward. Shani, Chantel, Greasy Carney, Idiot in a wig. You know? I'm batting 0, man. I'm batting 0. I suck. I hope I get drafted this season. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank God I've had my own community that I'm like, I mean, thank God y'all didn't fucking bail on my ass, man. Jesus Christ. Because if I were a part of another community, I would have been exiled to the volcano, asshole. Pick up my trash. If they're having a massive identity crisis, back away slowly. Yeah. What's up, Sparks? How you doing? Good to see you. So, I mean, it's been pretty interesting to see. I know a lot of people are probably like, I mean, I saw the idiot in a wig out there saying that this is a fake apology tour, and dude, you could be more transparent on your clout chasing. I mean, tell me you're clout chasing without telling me you're clout chasing. You know what I'm saying? Where were you for the whole 4-hour stream? You weren't there. You dipped. You know what the fuck you're doing. It's so wild. People are wild. But I'm batting the zero is what I'm saying. I'm batting zero. I don't remember my point. I always lose my point. That's part of the zest of my streams is my being a burnout, I suppose. Which one is in a wig? I don't know. I don't know, man. It's everything is a lie. Nothing is true. And everybody has an agenda, right? I mean, that's just what I always hear. I've been told, oh, I know what my point was. A lot of people have come back. See, it always comes back to me. A lot of people have come back to the community since a lot of this stuff has transpired. And when I say come back to the community, I mean come back. People left. I have not gained a huge following of people who despised me a week ago. People are still hypercritical of me. People are still dissecting this stuff. And people are still going to be very suspect of me, and that's fine. But the people who know the people who know me enough to know, like, okay, coast is clear. It just shows you that just like it takes two people to poison the well. It takes one person to poison the well, and that's what happened. Amazon wigs, sunglasses, and chiclets. Yeah, buddy. So yeah, man, like, it's really unfortunate that that going forward, I put a notice, and if you're going to join my Patreon, you're going to be into Discord. Just know that you don't really have any privacy anywhere you go on the internet. I'll just tell you that. It could be my server, your server, their server, a YouTube channel, Twitter. You don't have any privacy. Just protect yourself. If somebody gets in your DMs, proceed with caution. Consider everything they say bullshit unless it's right in front of you. And even if they present you proof, still be as skeptical, because people have fake receipts on me. I mean, this whole thing probably could have been avoided if things didn't become so compounded, but they just did. It was unfortunate. There were a lot of people who were opportunistic in the situation that took advantage. Your chiclets are blue. The fuck? It's the Twilight Zone. Wait, what? You got questions? Lay them on me. You got questions. This is a big rabbit hole here, man. We be acting like stupid white people. It's not a race thing, but I'll get behind that a little bit. I mean, man, I can't help it that I want to believe people. I just, big lesson learned, man. I mean, I've been conned before. This isn't my first rodeo. I just got to figure out, like, well, I know what my weakness is, and it's my son. That's it. It's my family. That's my only weakness, really. So, problem identified. Yeah, Missy shared quite a bit of disturbing. I'm not gonna. I'll share it with people if they in the server in the section designated for this type of stuff. But I'm not gonna play it here. No, it's fucked. People done came into your DMs. Of course they have. Of course they have. They will. They're going to be in your DMs. I mean, if somebody tells you, if somebody was singing my praises last week and now they're telling you how evil I am after they supported me and gave me money for over a year, and I'm not talking about the greasy carney. I'm talking about the manager. When they tell you all of a sudden that I'm evil, you really got to take that into consideration. I didn't just flip on them. They created a problem that got my ire, is what happened initially. It wasn't I who went live and said I played an entire community for money and information. That wasn't me. So I just, and it wasn't me who involved underage children in the harassment of an adult woman who's innocent of any wrongdoing. That wasn't me. So you got to think about that. When somebody's been proven to have been doing some pretty sinister shit, and then all of a sudden the person that had their back the entire time is the sinister one, you got to consider that. You just got to consider that. Who has the receipts? And if somebody says the proof's coming, it's not coming. It will never come. This is all good. Some people are going to milk this for views, and that's fine. I am not. Bad actors. I was never an actor in this. I want to make that, because I know somebody, and they had every right to lump me in with the bad actors. I absolutely am passionate and do care about any human abuses. I have to be, my credibility has been jeopardized in that, and it's going to be, I'm still going to advocate, and I'm still going to, I have to change my approach and be careful who I'm going to involve myself with when it comes to those type of situations. Yeah, if I don't just avoid them altogether for a while and just donate money to something, I mean, I still feel passionate, very, very passionately about that. I just don't know what to do going forward. Except just maybe, yeah, I don't know. Well, the only ones that show any proof are Mothra J, Drag, DC, Missy, Julie, all these people, yeah, they're the ones that shown the proof. I just platformed it. I can be finessed, apparently. It's embarrassing. But I mean, again, in regards to that individual, I genuinely thought that they were just. I didn't think they were very intelligent, and I thought that they were setting themselves up for all this stuff. And now that I've seen everything, I'm like, fucking hell, bro. Wow, yeah, totally different. Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be a slew of conspiracies going forward. The narrative has to change now. The narrative has to change, and his focus has to change. And it's not going to be a thing. It's not. It's a waste of time. Awareness will be made to past transgressions and things I don't know that I feel are important for you to know. But beyond that, going forward, anything it's said, I don't defend myself against outright slander anymore. I established that on Twitter when I got yeeted, when I was constantly labeled all these tropes. I was like, fuck this shit. This is dumb. I don't have to defend my character. I know that didn't happen. I know I didn't say that. And I know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that internet ping pong horse shit. Don't have long conversations, because then you set yourself up for being completely gaslit. This is why people always talk about my replies being 3 words or an emoji, even maybe a GIF. My replies are real fucking brief for a lot of people. Am I cooking anything today? Yeah, pork chops. I think I'm just gonna make Instapot pork chops and mashed potatoes and green beans. I bought fresh green beans. I bought a pound of fresh green beans. None of it processed. Homemade taters, fresh green beans, pork chops. Yeah, buddy. Yep. Yeah, I know what the score is, Missy. He doesn't know. He ain't known shit. I got a potato ricer now, Shan. I said there's no... Yeah, I'm reiterating my point to everybody else to not get into a long conversation with them. Because the tentacles on this greasy carny are in abundance, and he will latch them onto anybody that will listen. Fresh? What's that? I don't know. Got a Walmart? They seem to provide. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go to my garage and get my snow stuff out and see if that kerosene heater is worth a shit. Go get some kerosene and then go get my kid and get ready to buckle down and see what this winter storm's gonna do. It might be overhyped. You know, it very well could be. So, somebody in the chat could tell you what a greasy carny is. All right, guys. Much love from me to you. I'll see you later. Shit. Watch party tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? In the Discord server. We're going to watch a movie. All right, dude. Bye-bye.